So we finished Saucha, Santosha, and Tapas. If you recollect, there are the first three niyamas, which are disciplines that help us deal with ourselves so that we understand what's going on with our body, our mind, our habits, our nature. So in order to understand even deeper, I connect a lot with the last two values. I'm trying to club both values today. If we had a class next week, I would have covered that. Fourth is, might be familiar, Swadhyaya. So Swa means self, sorry, Swa means self, Adhyaya means study. So it's a self-study. Self-study of what? Self-study of understanding how your body behaves, how your mind behaves, what are your habits, and that we know only when, for example, to understand your body and your mind, like you're coming to a yoga class. So you understand how the body changes when you do an asana, when you do a practice. The next day you feel, or that same day you feel some kind of soreness. Just being aware of that, that itself leads you on the path of Swadhyaya. At a more deeper level, what Maharishi Patanjali is trying to convey is that we try and study the scriptures, which I'm trying to give you all in the form of these Yoga Sutras. So that is more like you all are trying to understand what I'm sharing, why I'm sharing, so that you're able to deal with yourself. Being with like-minded people, so in Sanskrit it's called satsanga, going to a wise person, listening to discourses, all that leads to the path of Swadhyaya. And as you observe yourself, your nature, your mind, your habits, you get more and more knowledge. Especially today's situation is helping us all to deal with those obstacles, the challenges, why we have these pains, why we have this suffering. So we are all together in it. So we need to understand how we need to deal with it. And these emotions of joy, anger, anxiety, and sorrow, they are not outside, they are actually within us. So when we understand that, it helps us, it leads us in the path of Swadhyaya. So that was, and to make it more healthy, happy, we need to study regularly. Just even if you listen to discourses online, or if you have a live teacher, that is the best, which I'm doing for the last couple of years. Because even when I learned these Yoga Sutras 6 years ago, when I trained, I did not understand because my mind was not ready for it. But as you keep listening on a regular basis, someday it is just going to click. You learn to understand how to deal with those emotions. For example, you understand now why you have that pain. You're able to understand, okay, I need to go to a yoga class because I know the benefits. So that is Swadhyaya. And it could also mean studying the scriptures. It could include, and it's not only relating to one faith. It helps us deal with, it is connected, that it's available to the whole world. It's not only one sector should learn this kind of Swadhyaya. So that's the fourth value, self-study. The last one, this is also a very familiar word, Ishvara Pranidhana, the fifth value. You surrender to the will of the absolute. You learn to surrender. You learn to relax. You learn to let go. You just surrender to the higher reality. So we should know that the world is not run by me. With or without you, the world will still go on. For example, when you come into this world, you have nothing on you. Nothing belongs to you. You've come naked actually as a newborn baby. Everything has been given to us. So we need to understand, we try to do our actions to the best of our ability and try to be a contributor rather than we know, okay, there is something higher which is controlling this. There's some kind of divine essence. So that, and it's not that you surrender to a particular God, you don't do that. You just let it be. You just accept that there's some kind of divine essence. So that's Ishvara Pranidhana. So, in short, Swadhyaya and Ishvara Pranidhana, I connect both of them because even to share this even to speak as a yoga teacher. I want to give my personal example. I would feel a lot of insecurity when I became a teacher. So, oh, what will the other person say? All the kind of those insecurities. But as I started studying the scriptures, I let it be okay. I'm there for, I've been given this gift. I have to help out the world. That means I'm already on the path of Swadhyaya and Ishvara Pranidhana. So in that, we finished the 5 niyamas, and I think next year I will move on to the third limb. So if you recollect, there were 8 limbs of yoga: yamas, niyamas, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. So I finished only yamas and niyamas. Now next year I will move on to asana and the next. So directly what happens is in our day-to-day life, we directly go to asana, pranayama, and meditation. We forget that yamas and niyamas are there so that we understand why a person behaves like this. So, for example, one classic example, when somebody says something hurtful, we dwell on it. We think why that person. We forget that that person has a baggage. We are also like that. When we learn to be objective, that means we are on the path of Swadhyaya and Ishvara Pranidhana. So that's, in short, that's my understanding.